Hello, Wildcat parents. I am Nicole Thompson, the principal of Carver Middle School. Welcome to our virtual PTSO open house. Our goal this evening is to let you know all about Carver Middle School. Please know that this evening's meeting is for our students who attend in person. We will have another meeting for our virtual students on another date, and we'll let you know that soon. But be sure to look and read our parent newsletters that we send out via email. It's important that you check your email weekly as we send that information out every week. Carver Middle School is a Title I school, which means we receive government funding to help us with our instructional needs. Title I also allows us to have a parent facilitator. Mr. Chris Siege Jefferson serves as our parent facilitator, and he will speak with you after me. Carver Middle School is also an AVID national demonstration site. AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. AVID is about college and career awareness. Our teachers incorporate strategies in their lessons to assist students in being successful in their classes. It is our hope that these system of practices will assist our students in becoming lifelong learners. As a national demonstration site, we get visits from schools all over our state who are interested in learning what we do. You will hear more about our AVID way from our teachers later on during our open house. At this time, I'll turn it over to Mr. Siege, our parent facilitator.
Hello, guys. I am Mr. Siege. I am super excited. Mr. Siege Jefferson, it is. Super excited to be here with you all today. We know this is a new norm. This is new for everyone. And I'm proud of Carver and where we are continuing to figure out how to get it done. We can't do anything without all you parents out there. I just want to say we encourage you all to please leave comments. Leave your questions. We want to address them. We may not be able to be in person, but we are all here one way or another. Okay, so thank you guys again. I will briefly, I have a lot to cover, but I'll keep it under 5 minutes, okay? I just want to briefly cover Title I and what that entails. First, I just want to speak briefly on our budgeting, okay? And on our budgeting, we are amending that for this year's budget. And right now, we have only the carryover from the previous year. I would like to add that on November the 20th, on November the 13th, we'll be able to dive into that just a little bit more, and I'll get to that next meeting later. Okay, so that's with our budgeting for Title I. I want to remind parents you all have received a compact form. That compact form went home a couple weeks ago. If you will please look over that compact form, if there's anything that you feel like you would like to see added to it, or maybe you would like to see taken away, the compact between the parents, the school, and our relationships and how we're utilizing our efforts, our time, our energy, and our funds. Please feel free to reach out to the school. Please feel free to send us emails and call us so that we can see if there's possibility for us to make some amendments, because we still do have time to do that before our final version, okay? So right now it's the same one as last year. So if there's anything you feel like that can be amended, please let us know. I want to remind you that in the comments, in the first comment for the day, you will see a link. That's whether you are on Facebook or on YouTube. There's a link, and that's a survey summary. Okay, fill out the survey. Fill out that survey for us. That's for Title I, that allows us to get your input. It's only 5 questions, so it'll take you about 2 minutes. Asking you what have you learned? Was the information presented clearly? What things would you like to see in the future? It's very important. Okay, it's right there in the comments. And watch this. In 3, 2, and 1. There it is again, right there in the comments. Okay. So it's posted once again for you to be able to check that out. Go to that link and please send back that survey. All right, big announcement that I'm excited to announce, not only with our Title I, but we're in partnership with our Student Involvement Council, aka our SICK Council. That's what I like to call it. Okay, we sick with it, y'all. And here's what we do. Okay, this year we had an amazing president, and I want to formally introduce and encourage all of you to help me in congratulating. I got to play some music right here for her, okay, y'all? So this right here is for our new, introducing our president for our SIG Council, I want you guys to help me welcome Miss Rebecca Webster. All right, she has students here. All of the students that came through Carver Middle School, and she will be our SIG president, our Student Involvement Council president. We encourage you to reach out to her, congratulate to her, and we need you parents involved. Okay, you guys stay involved. She's a great liaison on top of myself to get information to and from the school. Okay, so congratulations to her, and thank you, Ms. Webster, for your, for being willing to do that and assist us in that. We really, really appreciate it. So on October the 20th, keep this date, October the 20th, we will have our Student Involvement Council meeting, and she will be involved with that as well as some others for community. Live right here again on October the 20th. Parents, you have to get involved with that, okay? Get involved with that. It's your time to shine, so we need you. Also want to let you know about our Parent Cafe. That will be November the 13th. Parent Cafe. What is Parent Cafe? Well, that's an opportunity for you parents to let your voices be heard. You can vent if you need to. You can voice your concerns. You can tell us how great a job we're doing. You can have some suggestions. The thing about Title I and the thing about Carver is we need your feedback. Okay, you help us so much when you're involved. We need you to get involved. That's your opportunity. November 13th, Parent Cafe. Our man's meal breakfast, that will be for the fathers, for the men. Okay, of course, we can't do it right now inside of the building, but we will still have those virtual platforms. Look out for that in our newsletter. As well as for moms, we didn't forget you, our spa day. Now, don't get too excited, okay? Because spa is structuring, planning, and advocating, okay? And that is for our mothers and for our women. You guys have an opportunity to come in and get to know each other and voice yourselves and allow yourself to be heard at that time. So parent cafes, man's meal, and spa days are just a few of the things that we're offering to our parents, okay? I wanted to also let you guys know the parent and family engagement policy, which is a big deal for Title I. It's a big deal for Carver Middle School. That's saying how we engage with you, the steps we take, the protocol that we have. We want you to be involved in helping us put that together. And on November the 13th, you will be able to voice that. Okay, so on the 20th and on the 13th. All right, so make sure you guys are involved with that so you can help us get a final copy of our parent and family engagement. Just a few more things here. I just want to explain what the fundings are. Some of you may be wondering that when it comes to Title I. So the federal government, they allocate funds to each state. The state then allocates those funds to schools. And it depends on how many students, for one, are at the school, and then how many of those students are receiving free lunch. That's going to determine the funds that come in. Of course, 100% of our students receive free lunch at Carver Middle School. Okay, so that's where the funds come from. Another big part of what we do is making sure with Title I that you are able to access standards and curriculums. So, we have all of our progress reports that come out. We have been an Apple school for a while now. Our kids know it better than we know it, and you guys can attest to that during this time for sure. Please go on there. We have Schoology accessible and ClassLink accessible. All of these ways for you to check on your students' progress, even if they're an Apex student. We'll have that meeting later, but you still have a way to access that. That's part of our duties in Title I to make sure that all of that information is accessible. Okay, so go to your kids' MacBook every day, check them, check their grades, check their progress, email their teachers. One thing I can tell you is we are available, we are there, and we do respond. Okay, so please do that. Also wanted to mention the parents' right to be involved. Okay, you guys have a right through Title I and just through pure decency to know all about me on our teacher pages on the district website as well as on the Carver Middle School website have been updated. So guess what? You can find out who's teaching your child, what are they accredited in, are they qualified, what kind of certifications do they have, where do they go to school. Maybe you can learn all about them right there on the teacher pages under academics on our Carver Middle School page. Okay, you have the right to know, and with our Title I duties, we want to make sure that you understand that. Okay, reach out, ask some questions, and be involved. The next part, and I'm almost finished here. How do we use those funds for administrative? We use it for parent involvement activities, clothes and food and other necessary items, extended day activities, for supplemental instructional material. And those are some of the things that we use these funds for. And I wanted to briefly mention this before I finish up here, is that some of those extended opportunities that we have, Carver go above and beyond. We're working on ways to extend more learning opportunities with our kids. So with the inability to hold after school programming, have no fear. Okay, Carver Middle School, we have partnered with Bars Academy, which is branding, artistry, resources, and skills. And we're offering PTSO club days virtually. So right inside of school, they'll be able to virtually do different clubs that, trust me, they're things they love, things that they want to do. Over 40 different videos and opportunities they'll have right here during our school time, okay, in order to extend that to them. Not to mention, we have our 7th period academic seminars are in place. So that, and they have a lot of opportunity there to do work, to catch up, to get some one-on-one. So that's built into our school days. And last but not least, we have our new program called Kings. The mission is to allow impactful men to become resources within the school to uplift, motivate, and mentor marginalized youth, providing structure and opportunities of correction for young men while advocating for positive mental development. Here's the thing. Any grade issues, any behavioral issues, guess what? They get to come to a group of men, a group of people first who say, let us take your hand. Let us help you. Let us be there to guide you. We don't want to suspend you and send you home. We can just be real about it, y'all. We are trying to create a real culture shift and a real change inside of Carver Middle School. And this is in place. These kids, we meet on Wednesdays and Thursdays, whether that's A day or B day. And we're sitting with them. We're mentoring with them. We're making sure that we are instilling and being real and organic and being the first line of contact for these young people. So when you, your kids, you hear them say, "What up, King?" Just know that's the King's program at Carver Middle School, and that's how we address them. What up, King? And we'll have that for the young ladies coming soon as well. That's been my spiel. I'm Mr. Siege. That is Title 1. Please reach out to us if there's anything else you need, any question or concern. I'm available at extension 7651. And at this time, we will be ready to, we've been hearing about AVID. What is this AVID that we hear so much about? What does it mean? Well, I can tell you right now that our 8th grade teachers can tell you about AVID a lot better than I can. Y'all stay tuned. This gets better from here.
I am AVID, advancing and growing each day via all learning experiences that come my way.
Individually responsible to achieve,
Determined to succeed. I am AVID.
So at Carver, we are AVID, advancing via individual determination. So what is AVID? It's the research-based strategies and best practices that help our students to become better lifelong learners as they progress well beyond middle school. Some of the practices that we use are what's known as our WICs. There are things for writing, strategies for writing, to help them to become better thinkers. Collaboration, so they learn to work together. There are organization practices to help them to keep up with their things and become better students and more detail oriented. And then there are strategies for reading. One of the strategies that we use quite frequently is what's known as focused note-taking. It helps the students when they go to study, so they know exactly where to look for the information they've recorded. And they access this information several times during the process of learning, so that they're aware of exactly what they need to do to help them learn the information. We have the AVID elective program. These students were identified, many of them, when they were in 5th grade. There was an interview process, and these students were selected to become part of the AVID elective program. They go there and they learn additional strategies to help them to become more career ready and college ready. And they talk quite extensively about their learning processes and what they need to do to become better lifelong learners. But it's more than that. It's our culture. All of our students are AVID students. They all have the same strategies and techniques and things that they need to prepare them to become better lifelong learners. It's what we do. Not only that, Carver is a national demonstration school. There's a little information I'd like to share. We started back in 2008, and since then, we've become a national demonstration school in May of 2016. We were then revalidated as a national demonstration school in the fall of 2019. We have the year-long elective classes, 6 classes, and school-wide implementation. We have a philosophy and systems. There are over 6,200 AVID schools. There are over 158 national demonstration schools, of which we are. We are the only national demonstration school in Spartanburg.
Well, good evening. I appreciate all of the parents, all of you guys who are joining us on Facebook, YouTube, just participating in your school, because it really is a partnership, and we need you all. My name is Randy Edwards. I am the 8th grade assistant principal at Carver. It's an honor to serve at Carver Middle School along with such an incredibly talented, motivated staff and leadership team. And I'm not going to talk before you long, but I just want to speak on behalf of the awesome teachers that you just saw, our 8th grade team. They really are the bridge between middle school and the high school. And they really do come with a high school mindset. We have to prepare our Carver Wildcats to send them off to become Spartanburg Vikings in a way that they are responsible, in a way that they can advocate for themselves, that they find their own voice and their own agency and their own direction. And they really do believe in that. And they drive it every single day. It's an honor for me to just serve with them, but they drive that just with the questions they ask, the ideas that they have. With Mr. Wilson, who you just saw, the creativity, the ways that he puts the responsibility and the creative thinking back on the students. We really want to see that more and more. And we hope that we can provide that with your kids, your students. And we want to treat them like they're our kids and our students as well, because it really is a partnership. So thank you guys, most definitely. All the ways that Mr. Jefferson and Ms. Thompson mentioned earlier for you guys to get involved, our virtual parents, Spy Cafe, our dad's breakfast, along with just our student improvement, school improvement council. We want you guys to be engaged because we really want to hear from you and we need you. So I'm going to turn it over to our 8th grade guidance counselor, Ms. McCleary, and she's going to share a little bit as well.
Good evening. I'm Julia McCleary, the 8th grade guidance counselor. And, you know, anything that I could say would be piggybacking on what has already been said. From a guidance standpoint, I want you all to know that we are working to prepare your students, not only to transition to the high school next year, but to transition into life skills that are going to carry them throughout the rest of their life. We'll be working on IGPs this year. It's going to be a really big thing. So if you guys can stay on the lookout for that, that's their individualized graduation plan. And that plan is going to assist them in taking the appropriate classes so that they can do what they want to do after they graduate from high school. From the guidance corner, please note that your students will be taking the PSAT. That's the practice SAT. They'll take that with us in school. If they come to school on Monday and Wednesday, they'll be taking it on October the 14th. If they come to school on Tuesday and Thursday, they'll be taking it on October the 29th. It's provided for free here at the school. It's a great opportunity for them to qualify for the Junior Scholars Program, which could lead to scholarships, but also to give them practice on that exam so that if a 4-year school is their desire in the future, they get hands-on practice this early to prepare them to take that exam. And I guess in closing, what I want to say to you all is that I know this year is very different and maybe even difficult, but I would like for you to remember that I am your student's guidance counselor, whether they're in the building, out of the building, or however they're learning. So anything that I can be of service, please reach out to me. Please let me help. Please let me make this the best year that it can be for your student.
So just in closing from the 8th grade team, we're glad you guys are with us tonight. We're going to turn it over to the next video. As you know, Carver is a one-to-one institution, just like all of District 7. That we're grateful to put these devices, these learning devices in your hand, which we know this year has been critical, that we needed those. And for many students, it is helping the education to continue in the best way it can during our current situation. So the next video that you will see will be about our Macbook procedure.
Mr. Edwards, just really quickly, I did notice a question from Ms. Jeffries. Ms. Jeffries, the virtual students have the opportunity to take the test on one of those days as well. They can sign up for the day that they want to take the exam. If you put your email in the comments, I'll email you the letter that you'll need.
All right. Thank you, Ms. McClary, and thank you for that question, Ms. Jeffries. So, like I said, the next video will be about Macbook procedures.
Hello, I'm Dr. Hart.
And I'm Mr. Aiken.
And we're going to be going over Macbook procedures with you. We're the 7th grade science teachers. So students are required to bring their Macbook charged every single day. And homeroom teachers are going to do inventories on the devices, chargers, and the cases.
We want to make sure that we wipe the MacBook clean if there's any dirt on it with a soft cloth. Make sure that you guys never ever spray any chemicals or any liquids on your MacBook. And let's also try to make sure that we never eat when we have our MacBook in hand.
Also, whenever you're carrying your MacBook, you want to hold it with 2 hands and don't carry it by the screen. And also don't write on it, so that way we can make sure that we take really good care of it.
That's a great point, Dr. Hart. And we also do not want to put stickers inside or outside of our MacBooks.
Here's how you can take care of your charger. The first thing that you need to do is make sure that your MacBook is charged each day, and make sure that you write your name on your charger, okay? Bring your charger to school every single day unless your teacher or administrator tells you not to. Also, don't lend your chargers out. You are responsible for your charger and your charger alone. So don't throw them around or just yank them out of the wall.
With your MacBook, you're going to be provided a hex case. So that's going to be this plastic and black covering on the outside of your MacBook. And that's going to be used for protection against drops.
Okay. And the only person who will take off this case is Miss Gentry. Make sure when you put it in your book bag, you're not sitting against it or putting a lot of pressure on it, because that could damage it. Don't have your backpack on a place where it could fall, because again, that could damage your MacBook. And make sure that you take care of it and don't leave it in an unlocked car or in a public area unattended.
And that includes the bus ride home, guys. We know that the bus ride home can get bumpy at times, so let's make sure that we have our book bag in a nice, sturdy, and secure place. If there's any problem with your MacBook, you want to fill out a 911 form. Again, that's a 911 form. You're going to fill out that sheet and you're going to turn it in to your homeroom teacher.
So let's go over the protection plan and the claims. You will only be able to file 1 claim on insurance per year, and any intentional damage, that means you meant to do it, will not be covered under insurance. So the typical repair cost for a broken screen is $249. A charger can be $60. A headphone jack can be as much as $100. If your keys are messed up, that's $199. A broken trackpad is $150. Your case is $30. If a new to get a new Mac is $925. So that protection plan makes sure that it covers one of those issues that occurs.
If you download anything, it's going to be something that your teacher or one of the administrators tells you to download. So if it is not permitted by an administrator or a teacher, guys, please do not download it, okay?
Okay. And if you do this, your MacBook could be locked down or placed on a check-in, check-out if you attempt to download unapproved materials or sites. So there's also a behavior management process, and it's the same one that you would follow in school. So the MacBook and virtual behavior are all part of our school-wide behavior matrix. So especially if we're on Teams, if you're working on Schoology, anything that you say on those is exactly like you're saying it in the classroom. So remember that behavior matrix still follows.
All right, guys, so there are a few non-negotiable behaviors. and these non-negotiable behaviors will result in immediate suspension from school. Keep in mind that these rules also apply in the virtual classroom. So if you're meeting on Teams, it is going to be the exact same way as if you were in the classroom. Some of these non-negotiables include profanity, fighting, open defiance, and or aggressive behavior, okay?
So, you can have a Macbook information sheet. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. Ask your teacher, ask an administrator. We'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
All right, good evening. Again, I thank everyone for joining us this evening. I'm grateful that we could all be here. I'm Dean Ousley. I'm the 7th grade assistant principal here at Carver. The only thing that I really want to add is that you have all of these resources, parents, right at your fingertips. I've spent a lot of time in various schools throughout the county, throughout District 7, from the Whitlock Flexible Learning Center, some time at E.B. Todd, McCracken, and Spartanburg High School. And I can assure you that not only does Carver have some of the best people in the world, they definitely have some of the best people in Spartanburg. So you have a lot of resources at your fingertips. I encourage you, utilize these resources, get to know these people. All these people are here to make sure that your children succeed.
Hello, I'm Ms. Smith-Salter. I am your student 7th grade school counselor, and I am here to support them, to support them with their social, emotional, and educational needs. If they need anything, I know during this time, social, emotional is really something that they're dealing with. And I'm here. My office is always open. They can email me. If they are virtual, they can come in at any time to talk to me.
6 o'clock.
I did notice that one of our 7th grade parents asked about how to sign up for PSAT. PSAT is for 8th grade. So they will have that opportunity next year, but we will start preparing them now to get ready for IGPs and all that. So when they get to 8th grade, they're ready to have that meeting so that they can talk about their future from here on out till they become a senior. But again, if you have any questions, need to talk to me, your student needs to talk to me, please email me or come by my office. Thank you.
All right, and before we go ahead and turn this over, just want to let you know there's a couple events that you can come to this week. We have a volleyball game at home tomorrow and a football game at home on Thursday. More great opportunities for you to get out, get to know the people, get to know the staff and our kids, and support them in every single way. Go Wildcats. Next is our AVID organization.
Hello, parents. Here at Carver Middle School, we are AVID, advancing and growing each day via all learning experiences that come our way. Individually responsible to achieve, determined to succeed. We are AVID.
Hello, parents. I'm Kelly Petty, 6th grade social studies teacher.
And I'm Meredith Lockamy. I teach 6th grade science.
And we're going to talk about our AVID organizational strategies. So all our 6th graders should have a binder. They carry a planner. And they should have a composition notebook for most of their classes. They write their assignments every day in their planner, and they carry this to classes and write their homework. So if you're ever wondering if they have something to do while they're at home, check their planner.
And when they actually go to do those assignments, all of our stuff is on Schoology, which is a digital platform where we put all of their materials that they'll need for classes. So when you look at your student's Macbook, it should look something like this. I'm just going to click on one class, but you see all the different updates. This is where we give students reminders and things they need to bring to the next class or what's going on in virtual learning. There's a section for materials. And we organize all the different materials in the classes by folders and usually by topic for notebook pages, any handouts that they need, and things like that. So this is your one-stop shop for everything that you need for classes.
Good evening. I'm Selena Manasso, and I serve as your 6th grade assistant principal at Carver Middle School. Mr. Brothers is here as well, and he is a well-known guidance counselor in Spartanburg School District 7. and we are very proud to help your elementary school child transition into middle school. And our 6th grade team is like no other, as they are excellent in everything that they do, but especially helping with that transition from elementary into that middle school. We hope you are pleased thus far with that transition with your student. And just like everyone else has shared, we are here this year to serve you. We know that you are facing a lot of difficulties, as we all are, but our job, our role, our passion is serving our community, our students, and our parents. So if there is anything that we can do for you this year, please feel free to reach out to any of the resources that have been mentioned to you tonight, and we will be glad to assist you. And I will allow Mr. Brothers to introduce himself and share some additional information with you.
Good evening. My name is Anthony Brothers, and I'm the 6th grade guidance counselor. And I'd like to say welcome to our new parents and to the old familiar parents. Some of my former students, I want to say hey again. And you know that I love Carver. I bleed maroon and gold. And I want you to know that my door is always open. If you have any questions about your child or what they need to do or what's going on in their classroom, please feel free to call me or email me. I'll be glad to answer your questions. But all I need to say now is go Wildcats.
That's right. Thank you. And now we'll share with you our 6th grade video about organization, as organization is one of the very critical pieces of a child's educational career to prepare them for success. Not only is it the AVID way, it is the Carver Middle School way. So without further ado, the 6th grade video.
Okay, we actually just viewed the 6th grade there. Man, guys, thank you all so much. You guys have just done such an amazing job. As we conclude, we'll let Miss Thompson close us out. Some of you guys know Mr. Brothers, he been here way before we had laptops. Just know that, okay? And that's a part of the lineage, and just seeing, having people who have been around for so long and who have helped so many of us. And that's the community, that's the field that we are going for at Carver, that we stand by, and that we are also grateful to be a part of. We just wanted to make sure, I think we kind of hit all the questions. Great job to you all who kind of hit questions as they came up. I think we hit them all. If you have any, please, you have just a couple moments here before we close, so go ahead and post them. Again, don't forget, October the 20th, we will be here again for our SIC meeting. Please be involved. Miss Rebecca Webster, tell everybody you know, get involved. Okay, thank you again for your servitude with that. And then don't forget, November 13th will be Parent Cafe. Okay, Parent Cafe, November the 13th. I think we hit everything. So without further ado, guys, Miss Nicole Thompson, our principal, will close it out.
Hey guys, welcome back. Some takeaways from this evening's meeting. We are all about AVID. We are all about students. We are all about you. Please reach out to us anytime you have questions. Reach out, give us a call. We are here for you. Our job is to serve you, and we want to do the best that we can to make sure that we are supporting you and your child. Also, please check your email weekly so that you all can stay abreast of everything that's going on in the school. If you need Power School login information, Miss Crosby is the person to call. Call the school. Miss Crosby will make sure that you get everything that you need there in that area. So we want you to stay in tune with what your child is doing in school. Lastly, whenever you change your phone number, please call and let Miss Crosby know the new number so that we can keep our records updated. And in the event that we need to get in touch with you, we can. Again, we are here for you. If you have any questions that you were unable to ask this evening, please call the school and we will get answers for you. Thank you all so very much and have a great rest of the evening. Bye.